To begin your training, we are going to divide ourselves in 3 groups. This training will take you to a different state. So now, make groups as I say. In the first group, I want all of you who are on the right side of the table to sit really close by. I don't want any gaps.
But sir, this is really claustrophobic.
Stay quiet, otherwise I can't really make you go to a different state. Alright, next group, you see the jar over there? Get inside.
Dude, at least there's some space in here.
Right, for group 3, the 3 of you in the corner, just be there.
Why are you so far away? You can come closer. There's a lot of space. Nope. Sir, something unusual is happening. So, Mom, this is a solid, right? Uh-oh. I think it's our turn now. And this is a liquid? Nobody really cares about us.
Sorry everybody, the training went a little out of hand. Next sessions, there won't be any interruptions, I am guessing. Well, Mr. Molecule really did mess up the training. But don't worry, I won't. Hello and welcome to Notebook. As you have already guessed by now, that today we shall discuss the chapter Matter in Our Surroundings. This chapter will be discussed in 3 parts. Today we shall talk about the first part, which is matter and its properties. Matter is anything that has mass and volume. Or we can say that it is anything that has mass and occupies space and can be felt by one or more sense organs. Everything that you see around you, books, pens, water, air, everything is matter. Ancient Indian and Greek philosophers classified matter into 5 basic elements, which were called the Pancha Tattva. The Pancha Tattva comprised of air, water, earth, sky, and fire. According to them, all living and non-living organisms were made up of these 5 basic elements. In later days, the modern classification of matter occurred and was grouped according to their physical and chemical nature. Based on their physical state, matter is classified into solids, liquids, and gases. While based on their chemical properties, matter can be classified into elements, compounds, and mixtures. Everything that we see around us is made up of tiny particles. Even our body is composed of tiny particles called cells. For a very long time, 2 schools of theories existed about matter. One group of scientists believed that matter to be continuous like a block of wood, sheet of glass, or a sheet of paper, while there existed another group of scientists who believed that matter was made up of particles. The theory was latter group was accepted and found to be true. Friends, think about how different alphabets form different words, which can be combined to form unlimited number of sentences, or how few basic colors can be combined to form different shades. The idea of matter composed of particles is similar. The size of the particles of matter differ from one matter to another. They are so tiny that we cannot see them with the unaided eye. The particles of matter have tiny spaces present between them. The size and number of these spaces, however, differ from one kind of matter to the other. When we make nimbu pani, we mix lemon juice, water, and sugar together. The particles of each of the ingredients get into the spaces between the particles of the other type of matter, and we obtain a uniform mixture of lemon juice. This proves that particles of matter possess spaces between them. When we light an agarbatti in the corner of the room and stand in another corner of the room, we feel the smell of the agarbatti. Do you know why this happens? This happens due to the particles of the perfume present in the agarbatti stick mixes with the particles of air and spread out evenly and eventually reaches us even at a distance. The tiny particles of matter are held together by intermolecular force of attraction. These forces keep the particles together, and the strength of these forces vary from one kind of matter to another. Solids have a strong intermolecular force of attraction, which is comparatively lesser in liquids. Gases, on the other hand, have very weak intermolecular force of attraction. The particles of matter are in constant motion. They possess kinetic energy. As we increase the temperature, the particles start moving faster, as the kinetic energy also increases. The intermixing of particles of different particles of matter due to the varying degree of intermolecular force of attraction is called diffusion, and this phenomenon is shown largely by gases, but solids and liquids also might show diffusion, but to a much lesser extent. Thus, to summarize the important characteristics of matter, we can say matter is made up of very tiny particles. The particles of matter have space between them. The particles of matter possess energy. The particles of matter attract each other by some attractive forces. Well, with this we have covered all aspects of the part matter and its properties. We really hope that you have enjoyed learning about it and have been able to get a clear idea about the topic. We shall meet you soon in our next part of the chapter, where we are going to discuss all about states of matter and its interconversion. Till then, stay healthy, keep learning, and goodbye.